To begin, you want to take your flat cord and attach it to the board. Then you want your thread, and because these cords are going to be braided, you need longer cord than you'd have for a regular bracelet. So I've added extra feet to the thread as well. So you want to match the ends of your thread and then run it through your fingers to find the centre. And then you want to take this centre point and hold it underneath your cord like this, and then pull one end out at one side and one end at the other side. And you're going to begin with a square knot to attach it to the board. So what you want to do is make sure you keep holding this bit here so it doesn't move, so you keep it in the centre, and begin your square knot. This can be a little bit tricky, but you do get into it in the end. So you want to go over at this side with this thread, then over and then under, and pull it through. And then just gently tighten the beginning of your knot while still holding the thread in place. So once you've done that, you can let go because it'll hold it in place, and you can complete your square knot as normal by going under, under and through. And then once you've done that, you can push your knot up to the top of your board. And you want to repeat this all the way down to the beginning of your bracelet. So you're just going to keep square knotting with the thread over your flat cord. So once you've knotted as much as you need to make the first part of your bracelet, you can take the cord from the board and then you can trim. And this way you don't waste too much of your flat cord. So next you want to deal with the tail ends of your threads. Now normally when I'm using nylon cords I will just use a lighter and seal, or you could use glue. Obviously for this one you don't want to be putting glue on it, although you can do once you put your clasp on it just to give a little bit of extra security. But the way that I like to secure my threads is to take a needle like this and then just thread one of the threads onto your needle. So once you've threaded the needle, you want to take the thread and then just go in just a few of the knots and then pull through, and then just go back over one and then put the needle through the rest of them so this holds it in place. And this bit should be covered up with your clasp later, and then you can just trim the excess and it should stay in place and your knot won't come undone. And you want to do the same thing with your other thread. So once you've completed one of your cords, you want to do the same thing with another 2 cords so that you have 3 in total with whichever colours you chose. And once you've done, you should have something like this. So next you can take one of your crimp pens like this with a ring and a clasp attached, and then take your cords and you can just trim down the end so that they're right by the knots. And then you want to attach your crimp end to your cords. and you can tighten this with some pliers. So once you've done that and you're happy that it's nice and securely attached, you can clip it to the top of your board, and then you want to just do a braid. So you want to gently braid this, you don't want to pull it too tight because you'll warp it. Just a simple 3-stranded braid. And then once you've got your ends matched up, again you can trim off your excess flat cord. And then add your other crimp end. And once you've finished, you should end up with something that looks like this. And that is your completed braided macrame bracelet.